Music Access. Do we have any drivers among our MA fam? Let me see those hands. Wait. Let me ask again. Do we have any good drivers among our MA fam? Here's a question for those of you who answered yes to the two questions I just asked. What do you think is considered to be good driving? Is it driving smoothly, driving well through narrow spaces, or driving and finding your way around new places well? I'm sure everyone has different standards for what counts as good driving, and just the same, everyone has different standards about living a good life. But there's one thing that I wish everyone keeps as their standard, and that's following the rules that we should be keeping. We just heard Love Never Felt So Good by Michael Jackson, which was the first song we heard today on Saturday, August 22nd, 2015. What's up, Music Access family? I would consider myself a very decent driver, I'm a guy that, I love to drive. I don't have a driver's license, or rather, I don't have a car in Korea right now, which kind of prevents me from really, driving around and stuff. But when I was back in the States, I would consider myself a good driver, except for the fact that I pump my tunes super, super loud. But of course, that's just my style because, of course, I love listening to music. Now, okay, we're going to start the Saturday edition of Music Access, and we have our Saturday corner, My Text and Message, which is all about you. We're going to read your messages and listen to your song requests for the next 2 hours. And of course, we have our special corner in corner, My Text Message, during the first hour of our Saturday show, which is, of course, especially reserved for your text or social media messages. So for that corner, send me a text or SNS message that was the most memorable for you during the week or any time, and I'll introduce it. The reason why we're doing this is because the messages that were memorable for you may also strike a chord with our other listeners as well. So send in the messages that you remember, short or long. You can send in the message itself, or you can tell us about how you got the message or why you sent a message too. We'll introduce those text messages briefly before moving on to your other messages and letters for my message, which will go on during the rest of the show. My text message will be short and special, and all the other messages that we receive will be introduced during my message all the way up to the end of the second hour. Now here's how you can listen and participate. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also listen to us by visiting our website www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB. But this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. And of course, if you have any song requests for us, go ahead and continuously send those non-stop by posting a request on our message board under the title Request. Now, before we jump straight into my text and message, we'll check out two songs. We're going to listen to Clarity by Zed featuring Foxes, followed by Safe and Sound by Capital Cities. And it's the end of our first hour. Of course, we're going to continue on with our Saturday show, introducing your messages, so make sure to stay tuned. We're going to check out the song Mylene of the USA requested, I Do by 98 Degrees, and be right back. We just heard Me and My Broken Heart by Rixton, and you're listening to Music Access with me, Benji of B.I.G. Our first song starting off the second hour of our show for Saturday, August 22nd was awesome. I used it as my practice song, and it's kind of hard too. You guys should check it out live. Now here's how you can listen and participate. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio application on your smartphone, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also visit us online at www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. Now, before we come back to more messages, we're going to check out two songs. Applause by Lady Gaga, followed by Troublemaker by Ollie Murs featuring Flo Rida. We just heard Applause by Lady Gaga, followed by Troublemaker by Ollie Murs featuring Flo Rida. I'm Benji of BIG, and you're listening to our Saturday Corner, My Text and Message, where we are on the My Message part of our show. Continuing on from the first hour, we're introducing your messages sent into us here at Music Access, so let's get started. Our first message for our second hour comes from Haruka from Japan, saying, "Hello Benji, how are you today? I am a Japanese fan. When did you guys come to Japan, and where do you want to go if you do come to Japan? I will guide you. Haha. Boku tachi wa Nihon kimashita. We did go to Japan. When is Donnanji? No. But anyway, we went there, I think, a couple months ago now. I can't quite remember. For our BIG first live in Japan, which is super awesome. But we didn't get a lot of chances to shop around. I definitely, if I do get another chance, I want to just look around the city, enjoy the food, and especially go shopping. Even if I can't buy anything, just looking around and checking out the fashion, I think, is one of the best parts of just, the kind of Japanese culture. Y'all have some really, really amazing fashion. And I want in. Now, before we move on, of course, we're going to check out two more songs. The first song is Alright by Kim Yerim, and we'll follow with 1440 by Hoga. We just heard Alright by Kim Yerim, followed by 1440 by Hoga. Side note, in the middle of Alright by Kim Yerim, you're like, that's actually it's not included as a feature, but do you know who it is? It is Cho Jung-chi. Woo! Do you know who that is? He is a guitarist, and also the singer Jung-in. She's a great singer. She we play her songs on here. She's featured on Gary's track. Her husband. Yeah, random fact, right? Moving on to our next message, we have Andrea Kett from Australia saying that I'm hoping that MA cheers me up today as a close friend that I knew since childhood and I had a big major fight last night. I accused her of being jealous and she told me to get lost. I'm putting that in a polite way. We're no longer talking to each other anymore, even if I had apologized soon afterwards for what I said. She is quite a difficult person to deal with. I get it though. When it comes to fighting in difficult people, of course, that exists. The closer we are, the less often we are to fight, but the bigger the fights can be because there's so much that you're holding in. So I totally get it. It's natural, but I'm sure that eventually you will find your ways with each other and bury the hatchet. Friends that have been friends for a long time will, again, maybe not talk to each other for a long time, but they're bound to come together. You can pull apart two magnets, but without any other kind of outside force helping them, they'll still stick together at some point or another. And I believe you will too, Andrea. So keep your chin up, not your head down, and you'll find a way. Now, before we continue on, we're going to check out two songs. Dream Girl by SHINee, followed by Falling in Love by 2NE1. We just heard Dream Girl by SHINee, followed by Falling in Love by 2NE1. Side note, I didn't know Mino could sing that well in Dream Girl. It's pretty good. And, Fall in Love, it's a good song. Touch me over here, touch me over there, touch me everywhere. Like, I have sort of not really black colored hair. Freestyle. Alright, continuing on to our next message, we have Wilma from Australia saying, "Hi Benji, Muji, and Music Access family. My name's Wilma and I'm from Australia. Hope everyone had a great day." Can I just say The hat you wore on Thursday was super, super awesome, but I'm curious, do you have a favorite piece of bling? And does our dearest Muji have any bling bling? May our dearest DJ Benji Muji, BIG, and the Music Access family be shining bright and be able to follow your dreams and hopes. Thank you all for being so incredible. Please always stay safe and well. Best wishes and take care. Thank you. Whiting. First of all, shout out to the support from Wilma. Wilma, you are an awesome person. And I'm sure that whatever day you have, whether it is... No, the day should be starting up. I think it's about the same time. If I'm wrong, I'm not 100% sure. But it will be an amazing day, and may you eat some delicious ice cream. No, actually, it's winter in Australia, so may you eat some delicious hot soup. And do I have a favorite piece of bling bling? Alright, so I've mentioned on the air before that a lot of my fashion style right now is very accessory oriented. So, you know, of course, I'm trying to improve the clothes that I wear, which means I'm mixing and matching clothes that I had and also trying to find new ways to do it. But besides that as well, of course, you know, I have, bracelets and rings and stuff that I try to do. Lately, I think the favorite piece of accessories that I like using, as it is summer, is sunglasses. Just because, you know, sunglasses are very swaggerific, you know. On a sunny day, sunglasses really protect your eyes as well. But then when it really comes to the blingy blingy, I think I'm a big fan of rings because I'll tell you a secret. I actually have really short fingers in comparison to my height, but I have really, really big palms, which means that my hands look big because the palms are big, but the fingers are actually not that long. So I use rings to kind of hide that once in a while because, you know, rings take away from the fact that, you know, the fingers are long or short. And the rings kind of, they add a good dimension, I think. So I'd say my favorite piece of sunglasses, my favorite piece of accessory right now is a pair of sunglasses that I have. But the accessories that I'm planning to expand in the future are rings. Yes. Now, moving on, before we move on, let's check out two more great songs. We're going to listen to Bam by Dynamic Duo featuring Muse of UV, followed by Touch Love by Yoonmire. We just heard Bam by Dynamic Duo featuring Muse of UV, followed by Touch Love by Yoonmire. Side note, our dance teacher was in Bam, the music video. If you check out, there is a dance version of it. And it's really awesome. Go check it out. She is one of the main dancers. Alright, continuing on, we have Richie from the USA saying, "What's up, Benji? Have you been helping Kunmin with his English?" He left an English message in one of his social media posts, and it shows his improvement. Speaking of SNS, thank you for responding to my message that I left on your photo SNS. Of course, because, you know, I felt kind of bad because I was like, oh my god, you know, I can't believe you missed that answer. And then you're like, you know, sorry for missing the answer. I was like, nah, it's cool, bro. It's cool. Of course, it's a music access quiz. You know, we're all playing and it's all fun and games. And when it comes to, of course, Kunmin, he did post a post on the photo SNS. It was a video of him dancing to a choreo by one of our favorite choreographers, Brian Puspos. He's super awesome. Go check out his work on the video sites if you haven't seen it. But he wanted to write to the choreographer himself and tag him in the post. So he's like, I actually went back to the company that day and he's like, yo, Hyung, I need to give me some of your time. I was like, all right, what's up? He's like, yo, so I want to write this to someone. And I was like, okay. He's like, write it for me. I spoiled it. Yeah, guys, I actually wrote that post. I'm sorry. You know, Kunmin is working on his English, and it is pretty good, but it's still not quite at that street cool level. It's still a work in progress, but he is working hard on improving it. So next time, if we ever do something in English, maybe he'll try speaking most of it in English, maybe. And we have Tony from the Philippines saying, "Ciao, Benji. Just dropping by to say that I'm having fun as always. Have a nice day. And also, are you having fun using your SNS?" Tony. I am having fun. It's still, like I said, I'm still getting used to it, and I'm still kind of adjusting to all this stuff. But I'm definitely having a lot of fun using it, thinking about what to upload, what kind of hashtags to use, what kind of messages or what kind of a description should I use for these pictures is really actually a lot of fun. And, I hope you guys are as excited or have as much fun as me when I put up that kind of weird stuff, because I'm having a lot of fun with it. Alright, now before we continue on, of course, we're going to check out 2 more great songs. We're going to listen to Roar by Katy Perry, followed by Carry On by Fun. We just heard Roar by Katy Perry, followed by Carry On by Fun. Did you guys have fun today on my text and message? Remember, if you want to write in for my text corner, go ahead and write my text on your title before you post up your message about your text or SMS messages. Or if you want to write about our message corner, go ahead and write my message on your title before sending in your messages as well. It's time to say goodbye. Our last song for today is You're My Fantasy by Robin Thicke. This was Benji of B.I.G. and as always, I'll be back.